Okay, so let's talk about creating a simple bash shell script. Now, I've already created one here, and I did it so that you wouldn't have to actually see me work on typing it. So I have a file, and I just called it name.sh. So you can actually run a script that's not name.sh, but that's a pretty common convention. If you do a .sh there, then somebody knows, hey, this is supposed to be a shell script. So let's take a look at what this looks like. So I'm going to open up nano name.sh. Now this is not a deep, thought-provoking, productive script, but that's not its point. Its point is to just kind of show you how you would create one. So you start out with this hash and then bang. And what that does, remember, anything with a hash in front of it is normally treated as a comment and not processed. The one exception is this. And this tells it, hey, execute this using the bash command interpreter, which is located in the bin directory. So, process all of these commands using bin bash. Now, all a bash script is a list of commands that are executed one right after the other. That's it. Now, in this case, we have an echo, a read, and another echo. So the echo just prompts the user, what is your age? And then we pause and we read the age from the user. And then we echo back to them, your name is, and we use the environment variable $user, and your age is, and we use $age. That's it. Okay. Pretty straightforward, right? Now, remember, the idea here is to not give you a very powerful script you can use. The idea here is to show you how to create and execute a script. So you just edit your script in whatever command editor you want to use, or whatever text editor you want to use. Now, there are a couple of things that are critical here. So I'm going to clear my screen and then LSL. So here is my file. Now, before I can execute it, I need to make it an executable file. And notice I have read, write, and read permissions. I have no execute. So what I need to do is add execute permissions to this file. So it's chmod, and I'm just going to do +X, which is going to add execute to everybody, for name.sh. Now, if I do an LSL, notice that everyone now has execute privileges. So owner has read, write, execute, group has read, write, execute, and everybody else has read but no write, but they can't execute it. Also notice that this now shows up as green. Now, here's the challenge. If I type name sh, it has no idea what I'm talking about. So what I need to do is identify the location of this file. And I know this seems kind of weird because I'm actually in the folder where that shell script is located. But the command interpreter doesn't look here for shell scripts. So what I'm going to do is specify this location. So I'm going to do period name.sh. All right, still doesn't quite get it. Close. We're getting closer to it. The period, I want to talk about the period before we actually, do it right. The period identifies this current directory. So what we are using is period / name.sh. So the period / says, hey, use this directory. And in this directory, you're going to find a file, an executable file named name.sh, and execute it. And here we go. What's your age? I'm going to put 37. No, that's not accurate, but we're going with it. And then it comes out with your name is David and your age is 37. Okay, my script executed perfectly. So key things, remember, you need to enable the execution. You either need to put them in a place where where the bash is going to look for shell scripts, and I tend to not like to do that. I tend to try to keep mine separate. I need to specify the path to where they're located at. And then the other big thing is, let me rerun my nano, is just a list of commands that I want executed. And I start out with this, which says execute this using the bash command interpreter. Okay, there we go. That is your introduction to writing basic shell scripts. Now remember, this one didn't do anything useful. You can start using scripts if you have long commands that you run on a regular basis and you just want to simplify this to one script instead of using an alias. The nice thing with making it a script is then it's available to everybody, not just you if you have multiple users in the system. If you do it as an alias, then only you would have access to it. You can also run multiple commands. So let's say you were setting up a bunch of Ubuntu servers and there was a handful of software you wanted installed on everyone. Well, you could write a shell script that would run a series of sudo apt install commands and install all the software you want. Whatever it is you need to do, if it can be done at command line, you can do it inside of a shell script.